it's the RC Genius, and welcome to 5 ways to sort and organize your RC parts and your other RC things that you have in your shop. Now, I'm going to start with the first tip to help you get started on sorting and keeping everything clean and organized. I have this little shelf of drawers here, this little stack of drawers. I think you can get it at like Walmart and Lowe's. I just have this one. I don't remember where I got it, but what you can do for the first tip is you can just get one of these drawers. They're really cheap, and just put RC stuff in here. So up here I've just got miscellaneous stuff that isn't very well organized, but it's a drawer that's meant to be kind of, sloppy and just everything's in it and you just know where it is. And then when you get down here, you get paint. I've got paint, I've got my Bondic in there, and then down here I've got all my stickers and decals. Down here I've got anything that has to do with oil, glue, stuff like that. And then at the bottom I've got all my LED light kits, which camera needs to be angled down just a little bit more. All my LED lights that I own are in this drawer. So that is the first tip to help you get organized. Just get one of these drawers, put stuff in it. I did label it, but you don't have to label it, obviously. And just put stuff in it that, all this, if this were out on my desk, that would be a big mess. All these lights, it's like a big spider web of lights, can just be tucked away into a drawer. Let's get on to the second tip. Now, the second way that you can keep your RC parts organized and sorted is you can keep everything in the package. What I have here is in the top section of my tool chest here that's full of really just RC parts. I have my packaged parts. Now these are all parts that I've bought and kept in the packages that I wanted to, especially electronics, I wanted to be able to keep them because something that you can do is if you never use these parts, you can sell them or you can return them. Probably not return them, but you can certainly sell them later on. If you never ever use them or you get out of the hobby, you can sell them. And also, they're in a package, you know exactly where everything is, you know how many you have of each thing, especially with things that are smaller parts. You can keep track of where everything is, especially if there's screws, you don't lose the screws when they're out of the package, or when they're in the package, sorry. You lose them when they get out, and, just everything, when it's packaged, it's a lot easier to keep it clean and sorted in a small area. So, now, let's get on to tip 3. Now the third thing that you can do to keep your RC parts organized is when you have this little opening top section, which right down here is where I just showed you all my electronic parts right there. Right up here I've got a bunch of hanging parts, and these are all packaged still. However, what I did, and this is something you can do at home, you just take a little bit of packing tape, and you can kind of see the reflection of the packing tape there. Let me move the camera up just a little bit. All you do is you just take the packing tape and you first stick it on the side right here on the top, on the underneath of the opening top, and then you just stick the packages of the parts to the tape. So that way, as you want to find a part that you need, say you need a pair of steering knuckles, you just, scroll through the parts that you have. So I just go through here, and then finally I get to my steering knuckles, and then I can just pop them down off of the piece of tape. Over here I've got larger packages, so, screws and stuff like that, and big stuff, and same thing, I just put a piece of tape up on the top here, and then on the piece that hangs down, I just put the packages right there, so I can go through. I need a package of bearings, just pull down the bearings, and that's all I need to do. Same over here on the right, I've got a bunch of smaller packages and miscellaneous stuff. All that can be easily accessed when you have it hanging like this. This is something I came up with myself, and I hope that you guys might use this method because it actually works really well for keeping everything organized and keeps it from getting all cluttered. Now the other option, besides doing everything in a package, is you can take everything out of a package. This is the drawer, the top drawer of my top section of my tool chest, and all these are just little sorters, plastic sorters that I have, and what you do is you just put all the little parts, so like little things, so bearings and bushings, and maybe some kingpins and LED light housings too. You can also put in, little shoulder screws and bolts and nuts and stuff like that. All those kind of things that are really small and that you want to be able to have sorted nicely, and then you can see how many of them you have when you need to get more. And really, the reason why this counts as one of my tips is also something else you can do is at the bottom of each one of these sorters, which I can slide out here, you can take a look, and I put the part numbers below all of these parts. So this slipper clutch part is number 5556, and the shoulder screws are 3642. So you can put the part numbers. Now it will take a little bit of time for you to go through all of the parts and go through a list, find a list, go through the list, and try to write each number down. However, in the long run, it's easy because when you see that there's a compartment empty, for instance, over here on the right, I've got body clips that are almost gone. When they're gone, then I can look up the part number and just order more as I need them. So that is my fourth tip to help you get organized in your RC parts and RC hobby. And my fifth and final tip is to organize things in a bigger way. For instance, opening up right here, you can see I've got a really big drawer full of just RC parts. And this is a much bigger scale. These big sorting trays down here, I've got two of them because there's two drawers. These big sorting trays, these are actually what came with this tool chest, so they are Craftsman brand, and they're perfect for sorting RC parts and stuff like that, especially when you have bigger parts like A-arms, like a whole chassis over there. You can put out of the package motors in here, and just big stuff that you don't have room for in the little drawers like that. So really super easy to do. I also have little stickers to tell me what part numbers are what, go to which part. So these half shafts are part 1951. Super easy to find parts when you have them all organized like this, and super easy to order them when you are able to just look at a part number, Google it, and add it to the cart. So, I hope that these 5 tips helped you all. I'm going to try and do more tip videos because it seems like everyone really has been liking them. One of the videos that I did, which was the 5 tips for beginners in the RC hobby, got a lot of attention. So, I hope you all enjoy this video. Let me know what videos you'd like to see, and if there's any videos that I end up doing, I will give you a shout out in the description. Thank you everyone for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you all next time on the RC Genius.